good South Bay, the South Bay that hasn't been overrun by San Francisco in Los Angeles County. So we're like in the very heart, the very blue of the belly of the beast. The legal immigration, the rampant LGBT agenda, public sector unions get all the benefits and we're all expected to pay for it. You see it in feudal society, you see it in California. This election, there's disappointments and there's things to be positive about. We have kept the Senate and we have expanded our majority. Now, if you had a choice between holding the House and taking over the Supreme Court, which would you like? Now, I want to moderate. I don't want anybody to die. Okay, and I'm very sad that Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she fell and broke her rib. That's a terrible thing as a human being. But regardless of her health or otherwise, I'm ready to see her retire. And it looks like she's going to. Come January, we will have another Supreme Court nominee before a more friendly U.S. Senate with a wider majority. As for the House, bear in mind, we have lost a lot of dead weight. We have Republicans who distanced themselves from Trump, rejected not just a MAGA, but an American agenda. I just found out Jeff Denham is going to lose his House seat as well. And it was Jeff Denham, time and again, who said, let's give amnesty to illegals, let's allow illegals into our military and give them status. There comes a point where our congressmen need to represent us, not foreign nationals. There's a price you pay. So, we have a strong Trump contingent now in the House that can take back the majority in 2020. And I guarantee you, they're still raging now because no matter what happens, they're still going to be unhappy. There's going to be no impeachment, not going to happen, and these Democrats are going to be tearing each other apart over who's going to take over because a lot of them don't want Alzheimer's Nancy. That's what I call her. Now, you need to understand, now I've been all over this country now. I've traveled more in 1 year than I've traveled probably in 10 years prior. I've been to Oregon, I've been to Texas, I was in New York City on CNN looking Alison Camerota in the eyes and saying, the reason why your ratings are in the tank is because you lie to us constantly. And they paid for my room, my board, and my food. So I didn't mince words just because they paid my way to New York City. I just want you to know that. Oh, and Jim Acosta's press credentials just got seized. We may have lost a political battle, but we are winning the culture war. We have to play the long game. So, in California, we have now churches that have come awake. They were going to ban the Bible in the state of California. I kid you not. AB 2943 on a pretext of outlawing reparative therapy for adults. If you don't want to be gay or want to, you're struggling with gender identity, you can go to a therapist, but they wanted to ban that in the state of California. But it was far more sweeping. They would have banned the Bible entirely. I work with a new organization, MassResistance. We are the international pro-family group that makes a difference. I need a little help here. This side, and then this one that says reparative therapy now. So guess what? We have a California chapter, we have a New York chapter. We just opened up a Georgia chapter where we shut down, I can't believe I'm saying this, but they now have Drag Queen Story Hour. I mean, you might as well have Stormy Daniels' Story Hour. I mean, where does it stop? Well, guess what? In the San Francisco of the South, otherwise known as Atlanta, Georgia, we stopped Drag Queen Story Hour. In California, we stopped the bill that would have banned the Bible. Nobody said it could be done. California's a lost cause. There's no light shining. My light shines. then light shines. There are more lights shining out. As I said to a church, I said to a black church in Killeen, Texas, so take that, you white supremacists. So I said, there are more than 7,000 knees that have not bowed to Baal in California, okay? And I'm pleased to announce we are opening an Arizona Mass Resistance chapter. Unfortunately, it looks like you have a bisexual U.S. Senator coming your way. What I've learned, though, is you may lose the battle politically, but we can win the war. I came here in part. I will be going to the Pima County Board of Supervisors. They have banned reparative therapy for minors. What is their problem? It's an attack on parental rights. It is an attack on children's dignity. It's an attack on our culture. I will be there. I have already shot my first firing shot and said, you need to repeal this. I got in touch with the Alliance Defending Freedom. They're thinking about filing a lawsuit. You can win battles at the local level and catapult to a bigger statewide win. Do not despair about one setback. That's how it goes. 3 steps forward, 1 step back, 3 steps more forward, and before you know it, we're dancing to victory once again. Now, we absolutely must build that wall along our southern border. But here's the thing. Byzantium, the Byzantine Empire, they had very thick walls around their city. The walls are not enough along our border. We need walls around our culture. We need walls for our families, for the very institution. If we don't protect mom and dad, there is no culture to fight for. If we don't protect our children to allow them to be happy with what they were born with, I want to say this, let's make male and female great again. I like being a boy, thank you. And I like some of the ladies I see too, don't change. But this is a problem, isn't it? Where kids are being taught they can change their gender like flipping a switch. Yes, build that wall. But we need to build a wall here too. They believe that this country has never been great. We need to fight that. They say this is stolen land. Not only did our government pay for it fair and square, but we retired Mexico's debt. We overpaid, so there was no theft. They say that this is a country that robs the poor to feed the rich. Well, this is the country where anybody, as bottom as you are, can become Bill Gates, can become Donald Trump. This is a country where the poorest can become the richest and nothing will stop you. So, we need to fight these lies. We must confront the cultural rot in our colleges. We need to confront this in our schools. I'm doing that now in California. In Anaheim Elementary, they're teaching kids that you can flip your gender like a switch. They have taught Harvey Milk Day in Anaheim, not San Francisco, Anaheim, California, the heart of Orange County. But we have gone from 5 to 20 to 50 already protesting and waking up Orange County. We go to the churches to get them to fight back. This is how you do it. We're doing it in California. You can do it here in Arizona and anywhere else in the United States of America. So, and last of all, I just want to share this story. 2012, a very disappointing election. Kind of like, not as bad as, it was worse than this one even. Romney lost. I really thought we'd be able to stop Obama. And I remembered, I cried. I even hugged my dad. I've never cried over an election loss. I hugged my dad and said I couldn't believe this. But don't forget, there was a 2014 that followed. There was a 2016 that came after. A setback does not mean we're lost. A setback just means that they've had to start fighting back. And we can fight back twice as hard. I'm in California. I don't care how blue it looks like on the map. I have a red heart. And we have red citizens throughout that state. Even in the deepest, darkest places. Last of all, we've got to restore the gospel. The grace of God, what Christ paid for, what He gives us every day. This is a message that must be repeated, revisited. reinstated. And we're doing it every day in California. In Massachusetts, that's where my organization is based. There are more evangelical churches than I knew. The media won't tell you, because that's the secret weapon we have. You want to make America great again? We need to make America good again. That's an old message we heard from Alexis de Tocqueville, and that's a message we need to stand on and run with. After this, after lunch, I would like you to join me at the Pima County Board of Supervisors building to do a brief protest. I want therapy equality for our children and for our adults. See, I came here to get business done too, okay? I'm always doing something. And that's why I cannot thank you enough for inviting me, for giving me this platform. We will continue to make America great again and to keep Arizona great. Thank you.
Arthur. Got it. All set.